Hi Zoe, hi YouTube friends. Okay, so this is my 5th attempt at trying to do my travel journal part 2. My GoPro is, I don't know what it's doing. It likes to record, you can watch it back, but then it decides the videos are corrupt and won't put them on YouTube. So, I'm using my little holiday camera. If you've watched my journal part 2, that was with this little camera, so it's a little bit wobbly, but I will try and keep still for you. Okay, so the next part was we went to Kavos in Corfu. This is my first clubbing holiday and my friend Becky's first holiday abroad ever. Things to remember is we walked into Kavos, which was quite a bit of a hike, because when we booked it we didn't realise our apartments were quite out of the centre, so to go clubbing we had to go hiking in high heel shoes. Schoolgirls, we dressed as schoolgirls. There's me dressed as a schoolgirl and a bit of Becky there. Dressed as devils. Went on a booze cruise and barbecue. We tried alcoholic milkshakes for the first time. They were very tasty. I sang Like a Prayer by Madonna on karaoke. The song that was playing all the time is I'm Horny, Horny, Horny. There was a Only Fools and Horses bar there that played Only Fools and Horses all day, every day. That's an English programme for any Americans watching. There's a movie bar, which was really good because it played movies that hadn't come out in England yet. So we got to watch Gladiator before our friends and Final Destination. Not a great pick, seeing as we were going on a plane. And Becky only ate chicken and pot noodle the whole time we were there because she's not very adventurous with food. And we had lots of fun. And then I went on a family holiday to Menorca with Jared, Tristan and my mother-in-law Anita. We stayed in Aranada Castel and that was October 2000. It was our first villa holiday, so we stayed in a very nice villa. It rained the whole time. This picture here was taken in the whole hour of non-rain we had. And oh yeah, it rained so much and we were on a hill that the road had like a constant stream running down it, and my husband and my brother-in-law got their rubber rings out and were sailing down the road. It greatly entertained them. And then I went back to Kavos, but unfortunately there is no pictures of that one because my camera broke, and I will never drink tequila again because I drank quite a lot of tequila. I'd gone by myself. I wasn't meant to be going by myself. Jared was meant to be going with me, but he decided he didn't want to go in the end, and I thought, well, I'm not wasting a ticket, so off I went by myself. I stuck to the bars that I went last year with Becky, so that I'd be safe and I knew people. And there were some barmen that were like, do you want to try tequila? And I was like, yeah, alright. Huge mistake. They serve it out there on a wooden platter with 5 shot glasses, lime at the back and salt at the front. And all I can remember of that is I woke up in the morning with quite a few wooden platters in my handbag. And I will never drink tequila again. It was very, very poorly. Okay, and then I went to Hong Kong, which was absolutely fantastic. I used to work for Baker's Dolphin as a travel agent, and they were bought out by First Choice, which was a bigger travel agency. I was entitled to an educational, but I couldn't represent the company. So they said that they would give me 2 free tickets to somewhere, and I was happy with that. When it turned out to be 2 free tickets on Virgin to Hong Kong, I was very happy with that. So off me and Jared went to Hong Kong, and things to remember there was we went to the Peak, which this picture here is taken from the Peak. So this is Hong Kong Island, and this is Kowloon over here. We stayed in Kowloon. The smells, they're not bad smells, but they're not good smells either. They're just smells you don't recognise really. It's from when you go into Kowloon, Nathan Street, there's lots of like little food stores with lots of foods that we've never seen before, and I never smelt before. And that leads me on to strange foods. Jared decided, he's much more adventurous than I am, he decided to try some of the foods. And one of the foods he tried can only be described, sorry if you have a weak stomach, as snot. It looked like snot, green snot on a cracker. He still tried it. He said it was alright. I wasn't going to try that. And then there was loads of Hello Kitty stuff everywhere. Hong Kong Park, we visited the park and it was very pretty. Had a walk around there. We went on the Star Ferry. The Star Ferry is how you get from Kowloon to Hong Kong Island, and it worked out about 25p, so super cheap there. Ripley's Believe It or Not is at the top of the Peak, along with a Hard Rock Cafe and a Mao. The 9 o'clock movie. Obviously all the TV channels are in Chinese, but the 9 o'clock movie was in English, so we enjoyed the 9 o'clock movie. Jared's stinky broth. Jared and stinky food, what is it? He loved this broth that they served in the hotel, and it sort of come in a big cauldron, and I think it consisted of every sea animal there is drenched into it. It stunk like dirty socks, but he loved it, and it even looked like dirty sock water. Yep, that's Jared. Okay, and then great Mexican food. I know you don't go to China to eat Mexican food, but I like Mexican food, and there was good Mexican food. Buildings. That's obviously pointing out the rather large, tall buildings there, because England is a lot flatter. The longest outdoor escalator, that was at SeaWorld. SeaWorld is built either side of a mountain, and you can go on this ginormous escalator that goes up a mountain to get to the other side, and then there's like a cable cart down the other side. Then Space Museum, the Peak tram, which is how we got up the Peak, it practically goes horizontal, and Racky and Bunny, which are our little teddies. We used to, when it was just Jared and myself going on holidays, we used to take them on holiday and take pictures of them on holiday, but now we have a small child, we just take pictures of him on holiday. Okay, and there's a little tram pass, my Virgin ticket, and a $10 note. Right, then I went back to Cavos. Bit of a theme going on there. I was doing a bit of clubbing. Yep. And that was June 2002. And I was younger then and liked to do a lot of clubbing. Nowadays, not so interested. I'd rather just watch telly and go to bed. So this was my third time in Cavos. This was with Amy, who was my friend. Things to remember. Oh, this one's a little bit ruder, but not terribly rude, just to pre-warn you. We did a foam party, and we went to the foam party in Union Jack bikinis and knee-high boots. That's an image to conjure, isn't it? We danced on tables, we went on a booze cruise. I had braids put in, and I recommend don't ever get braids. It strips your hair when you take them out. I lost so much hair from it. My hair still hasn't recovered now. It's still a lot thinner than it used to be. Amy's pants. Amy's pants ended up on the bar floor. Not quite how that happened. Although the only way we know that is we were walking back through the bar in the morning, because that's how you used to get to the pool. So the bar was sort of like here, and you walk back through the bar to the pool. And her pants were on the floor. I think Amy was having a whale of a time. I'm a lot more sedate on holidays. I just follow the wild people around. And then cucumber boobs. This is Amy again. Amy was going topless on holiday, and got burnt boobs, and she thought a very good cure for that would be cucumbers on her boobs. Well, it works on your eyes, doesn't it? Dressed as bunny girls. Amy did a bungee ball. I did not do a bungee ball. A bungee ball is one of those things that you get in and they fling you very high in the air and then you come back down at great force. Yeah, I'm not interested in that. I just stayed on the bottom and watched her do that. And then we went to school disco, and at the school disco was these jugs of very pink booze, which were really nice because they didn't taste like alcohol, and I'm a fan of anything that doesn't taste like alcohol. And then Blow My Whistle was the song that played the whole time we were there. And the next place I went was Dominican Republic, and that was in April 2003. I went with Nikki, and as it says there, it was a real eye-opener. Nikki's another adventurous friend. Things to remember is I jumped off a waterfall. Yes, I did some adventurousness. Yeah, I don't know what overtook me there, but I thought I'm on holiday and you've got to do these things. They're life things, aren't they, to remember? So I jumped off a waterfall. What I can remember from it is standing at the top, jumping off, holding my breath, and holding my breath, and holding my breath, and thinking, am I ever going to hit the water? And eventually I did hit the water, luckily before I ran out of breath. But it's amazing, if you ever do a waterfall jump, make sure you can hold your breath for a really long time. Either that, or I don't know, you have to work it out that halfway down you grab breath, and not a big mouthful of water. It's very technical, jumping off cliffs. Anyway, I survived it, still here. And then the disco we went to with no gun signs. Most people, when they go to Dominican Republic, they stay on the hotel and they do all the hotel things like the archery and the horse riding and all the organised games. No, my friend Nikki wanted to hire a jeep and go off exploring to local towns, and she wanted to go to a local disco. So yeah, we went to a local disco, and you had to hand your guns in at the little, usually where you hang your coats in, but you hand your guns in. Being English, we don't see guns, so it was a bit of a shock there. And then when we got inside the club, there was quite a lot of naked women dancing on poles. That was an eye-opener. Not the general club I like to go to. Anyway, and then we did some horse riding and some archery. Because you got it, because it's free. And then little yellow fishes. I was chasing the little yellow fishes with my snorkeling gear. They don't like it. They won't let you catch them. Coconut drink. This is this picture here. This is my lovely coconut drink. This is me, pink and sunburnt. And looking very British, and I'd also put quite a bit of weight on, so I'm a little bit chunky in this one. Oh, and the reason for the face, I don't look very happy, is there was a lot of rum in that coconut, and I had just taken a sip, and Nikki had just taken a picture of me, and it was a lot of rum. And as I said, don't do alcohol flavoured drinks. And then Nikki had too much Calibre Libre, which is rum and coke. I'd never known Nikki to drink before this holiday, so she wasn't used to alcohol and she got very drunk. We explored in the little jeep, as I said. The ice bucket. I caught a very big cockroach under the ice bucket, which I'll get to the cockroaches in a minute. Nikki's story, which is a personal thing which I won't go into. Our bike rides, amber, which you can get lots of pretty amber things there. Fruit sculptures, they make wonderful sculptures with melons and strawberries and stuff, like peacocks, and it's really good. And then lastly, big cockroaches. Nobody told me that when you go to Dominican Republic, the cockroaches are the size of rats. They are enormous, and I caught one under the ice bucket and waited for Nikki to get rid of it for me because I wasn't going anywhere near that thing. It was gigantic. So just be warned, big cockroaches in Dominican, and don't turn your aircon off because they're all come in. Alright, so I'll leave that there because we are at 15 minutes and there will be a part 3. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up underneath and feel free to comment. I answer everybody's comments. Thank you, bye!